It's on the bottom. There you go. It does that.
Stop introducing yourself. Silence! Silence!
Shit.
Marquise, I have a question for you.
What's up?
So I grew up skateboarding, and I learned a lot of valuable lessons through skateboarding. I learned perseverance. To if you fail, trial and error, try again.
Mm-hmm.
When you fall, get back up. What has video games taught you?
That's a really good question. The only thing I don't know if it's taught me anything. Maybe patience. Maybe because and just because I would say like it's taught me something might seem hard in the beginning, but the more you keep doing it and the better you keep the more you keep trying at it, the better you'll be a pro. You'll be a pro. And if all you gotta do is just keep at it, you'll be a pro. Because every game I start, I'm always super trash. I'm like, dude, I don't know about this one. And then you just keep doing it, and then you're like a fucking legend at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that with driving. I did that at all my jobs where I started a job. I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
They might have hired the wrong nigga, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I would say patience, and I would say just because something seems really tough in the beginning, doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. It's going to get easier.
What would you say is the first game that you felt like there was that you were daunted by the task?
Bloodborne.
Oh,
Yeah, Bloodborne. Because remember when Demon Souls came out, I said, fuck this game, and I sold it. Then they came out with a game later, it was Bloodborne. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy one of these super hard games, and I'm gonna do it. And I did. It was hard at first. I took my time. I was like, I'm a gamer. I am a gamer. I can do this. I'm not gonna let a game fucking scare me away. Now I pick and choose with these games. Now I played Bloodborne. I beat Dark Souls 3. I did Elden Ring. So they're much easier to manage now. So, but at first they were just super hard, super daunting.
is that still one of the hardest games that you played?
Hardest game I've ever played. Yeah,
Harder than Elden Ring?
Elden Ring is pretty tough, but it's not the hardest. I'd say Bloodborne is the hardest for sure. I'd say Bloodborne's harder than, because in Elden Ring and in Dark Souls you can block. Bloodborne's more about dodging and getting out of the way. And if your timing is not good, you're gonna get fucked up. But
Have you learned anything from video games?
I've learned from my fellow gamers through game chat that I should kill myself. Honestly, the biggest thing that I've learned is that you got to just have fun with it. Because like Call of Duty used to be really tough. Like when I first started playing again, I would play with Jabril and not Jabril, excuse me. I would play with Marquise and his friends,
Darrell and Slap,
and they were tough on me. They were definitely tough on me at the gate. And then you get the groove of the game, and then you're like, man, I'm just doing this to have fun. Why the fuck should I feel pressured or anything like that?
Yeah.
Same with my other friends. Like, you got to do it to have fun, because if you're not having fun, you're fucking wasting your time.
Yeah.
Some things I learned through video games. That was cool. That's cool. I like that. Interesting enough, I learned new dialogue from video games. I still recall the first time I heard the word simultaneously. And that was from when you pick up Knuckles' claws in Sonic Adventure 1, and you say you push down the X and A button simultaneously, and he'll dig. Like, what the fuck does that mean? And interesting enough, I learned a new word in Sonic Adventure 2. It says when you ascend. It's when you're fighting BioLizard, the supposed, like the big ass lizard that's gonna go crash the colony into the Earth. And then so there's this part where all these fucking, it sounds so like sus, but there's all these balls in the air, and then it says as you're ascending, you're going to hit the X button and then start attacking, then you can attack his core. So what the hell does ascending mean? And I asked my friend's dad, I was like, what does that mean? Is what to go up? I was like, sounds kind of you know?
I mean, I like to I'll wait till it's over. I'll wait till it's over.
Oh, you do. No.
It's that random go,
y'all. Yeah, we back in this place and you'll never see us fall. Time to smack you in the face with that random go, y'all. It's that random go, y'all. It's that random go, y'all. Yeah, we back in this place and you'll never see us fall. Time to smack you in the face with that random go, y'all.
You are listening to the Random Gold, the Golden Podcast, the podcast that sees gold.
Incoming.
Keith and Keen, new day, new pod. It's the Random Gold Pod.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday. What's up, fellas? How we feeling? What were you saying?
What was I saying? Oh, I was just saying. You were talking about you like learning new words.
Yeah.
I love hearing new words. Like asking, but if I'm watching a movie, or if I'm playing a game and I hear a word, I go, oh, I like that word. Because I get a lot of times I can tell what the word means just by how it was used in the sentence, and I go, oh, I like that word. I'm gonna start using that.
Do you
word.
look it up?
If I don't know what it means, but a lot of times I understood what it meant.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that was a word for that. I was like, oh, I didn't know.
What can you share a word that you've learned?
I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to think.
I got one for you. Proliferation. Do you know what proliferation?
No, what does that mean?
It's a rapid increase in numbers.
Oh, proliferation.
Proliferation. Yeah.
No.
I used it in a oh my god, in a presentation one time with the proliferation of e-bikes.
I like that.
Yeah.
You ever say a word around somebody and they're like, "Look at you using big words." And in your head, you're like,
Fuck
"That's not
you."
even." In my head, I'm like, "It's not even a big word. You stupid fuck."
What's interesting is that folks hold a lot of weight and base, I guess, judge you and say, "Oh, look at this guy," or you impress them, or they have a different. They change their. Here's another word: paradigm. Change their paradigm and how they think about you. Like, oh, look at this guy. Oh, he seems a little educated. Nope. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I just watch video games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, well, hello, folks. I know I'm talking a lot in this early part of the pod.
It's good.
Nah, it's not.
What do you mean?
Nah, I like being behind the scenes.
Nah, you hate.
Speaking of hate, let me play some Nate hate. Okay. Well, we all know who Nate is.
Yeah.
He's our good friend.
Friend of the pod.
All right. Star Wars is trash. Summer's trash. Chocolate is trash. Football is trash. Baseball is trash.
Yeah.
Hiking is trash.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Climbing is trash.
No, climbing is actually cool. That's what I got off the top.
Why is Star Wars trash?
Star Wars is overrated junk, dude. Like, nothing special about it, man.
Listen, 10 years ago, I'd say he was smoking crack. Now, Star Wars now is dead. It's dead.
It's dead.
I don't see what's gonna bring it back, bro.
That's
what
fair.
what
Sure.
That Alkalite show. Well, I didn't hate it as much. I didn't hate it the first time I watched it.
Oh, you actually watched the show?
No. I'm talking
you're
about the
talking the trailer. Okay.
The first time I saw the trailer, I was like, this doesn't look that bad. Then I started seeing more things on YouTube, like people breaking down stuff and more like what's going to be in the show. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to watch it.
Is that true? The whip? Is that true?
Apparently it's canon. The light whip. But yeah, it's real. How is that going to work? You know what I picture? I picture the guy from Family Guy. Remember the old man when he pulls out the lightsaber?
Yeah.
And he goes limp?
Yeah.
That's what I picture is going to look.
Can you make it hard?
Maybe it goes.
That was
Maybe
funny.
it stiffens up.
Did you watch that whole series? I didn't really watch. I've only seen clips.
I've only seen clips too.
Oh, okay.
The Family Guy?
Yeah, the Family Guy.
I've seen it.
You've
Yeah.
seen
I
it?
think I've seen it a long time ago. I don't remember it.
Harvest Moon, I think it's called, or
I'll look it
Blue
up.
Moon, something like that.
I'll look it up. What's funny is when Chris comes by, fucking the lightsaber
Stiffens
turns
up.
normal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that shit's good.
What was I gonna say about that show? I just and you know what's fucked up? I always wanted them to do a show in the High Republic because like, dude, it's a bunch of it's like Jedis.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new time. It's like it's a whole different time period. But I don't know. It's just like maybe the show will be good, but Disney just has no credibility, and I'm just not. I don't know. I don't even think I'm gonna watch the first episode. I'm gonna let other people watch it and say if it's good or not, and then go from there. Yeah. Like I even tried to look up Star Wars Theory. He has one video on it. He don't care. That thing is checked out, bro. Usually he'd have like 3 or 4 breakdowns and like theory videos. He's like,
Did you watch his video?
I watched what he said the big issue or what they have to do. Yeah, I watched it.
So basically, the big issue is that the Jedi Council in episode 1 is like, there ain't no Sith. Like there is like
haven't been seen in centuries.
Yeah, we haven't been seen. Yeah,
exactly. So this show is like makes it look like Sith are around.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is I don't trust Star Wars right now because they haven't shown the proper respect to the IP. And the director, didn't she outright say something like, "Yeah, George Lucas doesn't need to be involved"?
And she said, "There's no Star Wars movies. There's just Star Wars." What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know how to receive that.
Who keeps hiring these people?
What does that mean?
It means some bullshit because it sounds like some bullshit. What do you mean there's no Star Wars movies? I'm looking at it right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's rough, man.
I know where Nate's coming from on the Star Wars is trash because he is a Dune elitist. He is all on Dune, and like Star Wars takes a lot from Dune.
I mean, the creator said it took a lot for him not to sue.
Yeah, he did.
It took a lot for him not to sue.
Wouldn't be surprised, you know. I like the Dune books a lot. I've read close to where Nate's read a few more books than me, like 2 more books than me. Mm-hmm. But like, I love Dune. I think Dune could be the next big franchise. It already kind of is.
It already is. I don't like it as much as other people, but I do enjoy Dune. I liked 1. I enjoyed 2. I think it's very good. I don't see why it's so crazy, but maybe it's because I'm a little bit older and I've already had my craze of stuff, and this is for a newer generation. But I think it's good. I think Dune is really good. I think I want to see what happens in the 3rd one. I'm very interested. But I think Dune and Star Wars are so different now. But I think in the beginning, in like the first one, it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar. I don't know.
Every time I hear Dune, I think of Dune buggy. Is it in the dirt?
Yeah,
it's in the desert.
Oh, it's like a Mad Max style.
Sure, it's in the desert. Sure, I guess. Okay. Sure.
The memes on Twitter are like people crave sand.
Lisa Nakaib.
Oh, are they?
Oh yeah, that fucking.
Are they also saying? Are they quoting Anakin saying, "I don't like sand"?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I don't like sand.
One thing I didn't like about the second Dune movie is they refer to like the Holy War as the Jihad. Like a lot in the book.
I don't remember that
in the book, but they don't say it once in the movie. I'm like, why aren't you guys talking about the jihad?
No, you can't do that. Oh, come on. Speaking of that scene where he says, "I don't like sand," then I promise we'll move on from Star Wars. So where Anakin gets married in episode 2 in that area, and he says, "I don't like sand." A lot of people actually go to that part of the world.
Seen it on
people actually get married there. Did you see that as well?
How much do you think they charge for that? I've seen that too, but yeah. How much do you think they charge? How much? If you had a guess,
people get married on Naboo.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're pretty much you don't have a left foot anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Would you ever visit there? Would you ever?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I plan to one day.
Oh, okay.
I plan to.
Very cool.
We can stick on movies for now. Last week or this week. I'm talking about last week. I watched the movie Poor Things with Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
She just won the Oscar for Best Actress, right? It was Best Actress?
Yes.
And I remember seeing on the internet people were upset saying that the chick from the Killers of the Flower Moon should have won. Listen. I've seen both movies, and while that chick I don't remember her. I think her name's like Lily Gladstone.
Yeah, you got it right.
I got it right. Okay. I saw both movies, and while she did do a good job in that movie, I don't remember her performance being anything
that
like
stood out.
Yeah, it was a solid performance, but wasn't anything like, damn man, she should win an Oscar for that. Yeah. Well, I watched Poor Things, and this performance is so weird. It's so out there, and like it's borderline. Like if you mess this up, it could have just made the movie a complete comedy. But it like the movie is like such a weird and unique thing where it's like it is funny, but it makes you go like, man. The movie felt like this is what Barbie was trying to do, but it couldn't fully be this because it had to like cater to little girls and stuff like that. This movie feels like this is like when I was watching, I was like, this is how you do like a movie about like woman empowerment and feminism and shit, and without like it being shoved down your throat. It's just a movie that happens to deal with that. I thought it was very good, and I don't think it had anything to do with race or whatever. I think Emma Stone just had the better performance. That movie.
Oh, I see.
I think it's just really good.
That.
I think it's really good, and I think her performance was just a better performance. It was like, it's a movie you watch and you're like, dude, you're not gonna see a movie like this very often. It's very, I don't know. I think everybody should watch Poor Things because it'll start and you'll be like, this movie is so fucking weird. What am I watching? And then once it gets going, you're like, I'm really enjoying this movie. I don't know. I really liked it.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't really comment on it because I haven't seen it yet, but I thought that Lily Gladstone was the pinnacle performance out of anyone in that cast. And that cast includes De Niro, DiCaprio, and I thought that she did a really good job, if not like one of the better performances I've seen in a while. I think, honestly, we've seen a lot of really good movies in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But I think that everything's so jaded with the internet. Yeah. That we might have not like appreciated.
Sure, that's everything though.
Yeah,
I'm not so with her. I think she did do a really good job in a it's Martin Scorsese, right?
Yeah.
But it was like in my head, it was like everybody in that movie did what they're like. Everybody killed it.
Okay.
So her performance to me didn't stand out any more than Robert De Niro or Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sure.
But she was right up there with the greats. She was right there.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like, and I think it was just like her.
So do you think it's a better story, or you think it was a better performance?
I think Poor Things is a better story and a better performance.
Okay.
That's just me. Because Killers of the Flower Moon it runs on too long.
How's the Oscars work? It's okay if you guys don't know, but
it's a guild. It's
the guild votes?
It's like writers, directors, producers that all get a vote. So
it's like everything else, guys. Hey, it's a popularity contest.
It's fixed.
I'll say this though: if Poor Things wasn't there, I think Lily Gladstone would have won. That's what I think.
Yeah,
but Poor Things was just too good. It's too good. It's too good.
Why do you hate Native Americans?
I'm just gonna.
I'm kidding.
That's treason.
Yeah, that's always a good go.
Where do we want to go, guys? Where do we want to?
So, have you guys heard about this Quiet on Set documentary?
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
So basically, it talks about the dark side of kids' TV. It talks about the
not just the dark side of kids' TV, the dark side of the kids' TV that we watched.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the 90s.
Yeah, ruining my childhood, 1000%.
Yeah. And it's a shame too, because we're like, oh, I love all that.
I love all that.
Come on, man.
Love all that.
For me, what it really brought to my attention is like how involved that whole Nickelodeon movement was based on one dude.
That is crazy.
One creator, Dan Snyder.
Yeah.
The Weinstein of Nickelodeon.
Yeah. So I've watched it. I have an opinion that might not. I don't think that Dan Snyder is a pedo. I think he's an asshole. Because it seems like he is
What type of pedo isn't an asshole?
No, he's not a. No, well, that's the thing is no one really, nobody on that show in that documentary says that he did any abuse. They said that he was weird. The documentary talks about two guys that get.
Yeah, go ahead. You're cooking. You're cooking.
There's two guys that actually there's three predators that were on staff that he hired, but I wonder if the question is, did he know that this was going on? And but here's the thing that most people don't realize is the guys that were predators, they were hired by Hollywood way before. They were experienced. They had stacked resumes, and Hollywood hired them after they got arrested. So I think Dan Snyder may have been weird because he's literally works with kids every day, which is super fucking sus.
Yep.
If you're I'm weird about that. I think even sometimes coaches are fucking weird, and like I think fucking teachers can be weird too.
Whoa. Okay. All right, we're
like a high school teacher that's super involved in like high school gossip is a fucking loser. Like,
Okay.
we
we can agree.
That's fucking weird,
we
right?
can agree with that.
Yeah, but the documentary is really good because Jordan Drake speaks out because he's someone who was on the Amanda show.
Amanda.
Was it the
Iconic.
Drake and Josh show?
And he was on Drake and Josh, and he was one of the people who got severely abused.
Wow.
And he was like unknown John Doe 1 for all these years.
Yeah.
But my big thing about Dan Snyder is I think that he's an asshole boss. He had 2 women split one man's salary.
Yep.
Which is hella fucked up.
They had him rubbing his shoulders.
Yeah, they were rubbing his shoulders and like, yeah, it shows him just like being a little too friendly with the kids.
Yeah.
And like,
Definitely not appropriate.
Not appropriate, but I don't think calling him a predator would be a proper definition. Weirdo, yes.
Okay.
Now, we didn't have any discussion about this prior, right?
No, zero.
Literally. Last night, Savannah's playing this. It's playing in the background. And I'm going, I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'm listening to what these people are saying. And they're kind of reaching.
Oh, okay.
I'm not hearing,
trying to paint a point that he's a pedophile.
You're trying to make it seem like he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Everything I'm hearing.
Oh, okay.
It's like you guys are kind of reaching. I'm not hearing anything solid saying, yeah, that's.
But what about the clips of him in the hot tub with the girls and has his arm around them?
I don't know if I saw that.
Did you see it? Okay.
Where he's fully clothed.
Yeah.
It's still weird. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. And there's like clips of like Ariana Grande, like
with the feet.
So the thing that they talk about now that me and my partner were talking about is that there are scenes like he wrote them for kids to laugh at, but when you look at the scenes like through an adult lens, it then looks weird.
So my whole thing.
What about the potato? What's up with that potato, man?
Where he's
What's up with that potato?
Where
No,
Ariana
I'm not blaming
Grande-
him. I'm not blaming him. But go ahead, tell the story.
So there's a scene in the Ariana Grande show that was past my time where she is like, "How can I juice this potato?"
Yeah, let's pull it up. Did you see it?
I've seen it before. I saw this way a long time.
Did you?
There's been shit about Dan Snyder for, I would say,
It's been a long time.
10 years, maybe more. I've been hearing about this for a long time. And this is my other issue with the doc, okay? And this is why I was like, a lot of these guys, the stories you're telling, I'm just like, yeah. It's like, like where it's like if you don't like somebody and you could like just kind of start telling stories where you could just kind of paint them to look weird. That's what it feels like they're doing. Was he an asshole? Probably. Is he a little weird? Kind of. But it's like, if you're calling him if you're trying to say he's a pedo, tell me the pedo shit he did.
Right.
What's the pedo shit that he did?
Okay.
Is the stuff weird? Yeah. And then also, no disrespect to these actors because I'm sure they went through some shit.
Yeah.
You guys are the lower of the actors. I want to hear from Jeanette McCurdy, Ariana Grande, Josh Peck, Miranda Cosgrove. I want to hear from the Amanda. I mean, Amanda Bynes is a little crazy right now, so I don't know if we're gonna hear from her.
Right.
But I want to hear from like the people who are still getting work, the people who are still out in Hollywood doing stuff. I want to hear from them. Why are they all silent on this? It makes no sense. Why are none of them saying nothing about this? None of them. None of like I can sure maybe, at least one or two.
Sure.
You would think would say something.
So in Jeanette McCurdy's book, she alluded to one executive getting one of these 13-year-old girls pregnant and paying for an abortion.
Crazy.
She doesn't name him, but a lot of people believe that it's Dan Snyder. That's the closest that doc gets.
They also said that in her book that they wanted to pay her off and they didn't want her to say anything about Dan Snyder. And she's like, I'm not taking that money. The fuck?
Good.
I'm not taking that. I listened to the audio of that.
Oh.
But listen, what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
So that subject brings me to my question. After knowing all this stuff, would you let your kid be a child actor if they really wanted to be a child actor?
Like, is Dan Snyder involved?
Just Hollywood. If Hollywood was involved.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
No,
Disney,
but here's the
take
thing,
the
though.
Disney, Disney Channel.
That's a whole atmosphere, man. That's a whole world. Being an actor is a lot of work, and you have to be mentally fit for it. And I don't know if children are.
That's a big no from me, man. I would not let my kid be a child actor. Like, I'd be like, you can act in the school play, like when you're a teenager, maybe, but like school has to be first. These kids are by law have to get 3 hours of class a day while they're on set. But like, those kids aren't fucking doing anything. Like, I doubt that they're like seriously studying and shit.
A lot of the Disney Channel ones are good though. Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff's fine.
Well, Lelaine didn't.
I had to edit that.
A lot of them are good.
Yeah.
A lot of the Disney people were good. They're
Yeah,
still good.
I mean, you can even look outside of Disney. I mean, Michael Cera, he was relatively young when he first started.
The chick from Kick-Ass, that little girl, she's still doing.
Yeah, she's doing fine.
I think it just.
It's all circumstantial, man.
I think it just depends on how involved are the parents.
Sure.
But then I know it gets weird with the parents because the power dynamic kind of shifts because the kid is the one bringing in all the money.
Look, how about Aaron Carter? Oh, you didn't hear about that?
What?
When it came to money?
Oh yeah, I did.
But what if they don't have a driver's license? What if they don't have a money manager? What if you have to do all this shit for them because they're a little kid and you got to quit your job?
I'm taking a little piece of the top.
Hey.
You got to pay yourself, right?
Oh, yeah,
Gotta
of
pay the
course.
Marquise tax.
You got keys tax.
the daddy tax.
Daddy tax.
Daddy tax.
Daddy tax.
Ooh.
Did you guys let your kid call you daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He called me daddy. He called me. Well, you're gonna. Well, no, I don't mind.
Nah.
I don't want my girl calling me daddy, but because it just sounds weird.
I did that for a little bit. Kind of got over it.
You get over it pretty quick.
I got over it.
Don't call me that.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't talk.
So why not have your child call you dad?
It's just
daddy?
weird. It's just weird. Don't call me that. Don't call me Poppy, Daddy. It's fucking no.
You Dominican now?
Listen. I just think it's weird. I don't know. I don't have no kids, by the way. Let me just preface that. I don't have children.
Yeah.
But if I have one, I don't want them calling me daddy. I didn't call my dad daddy. I just think it's weird. I don't call my mom mommy. I think that's fucking weird too. It's also because society has made it weird. So society's made it weird. So
Has porn ruined us?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Oh.
I think if the kid's under 10, they can call you mommy, daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
I'd say 5 and below.
See, that's what I was
Five?
gonna.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. But then, if they're so used to calling you that, and I've seen that nicknames, they don't go away.
Really?
That becomes like a special. Yeah, like
I guess I call my mom. I call her Ma. I just say Ma. I don't say
Ma.
Yeah, I say Ma.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. There's certain nicknames that don't go away.
But mommy, nah. Especially because I watch this wrestler Rhea Ripley, and I call her mommy. That's mommy right there.
Oh.
I'm not calling my mom mommy. That's fucking weird. I'm not. This is weird.
Okay.
You make a new friend. You go over his house. Cool dude.
Cool.
Dope.
dude.
Dopest guy, yeah.
Same interests. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chills, isn't judgmental.
Future best friend. Future
Future-
best man.
But his mom walks in and he calls her mommy.
Yeah.
And you're over. Let's say you're 15 to 18.
I mean, I'm gonna.
Is he your friend still?
Yeah, I'm gonna make fun of him for it though.
Yeah, you're gonna get clown and be like, "Mommy?"
Mommy.
Question mark.
I don't mind.
Just let it roll.
Hey, whatever you call your parents,
Teach
that's
your
what you
to
call
each
'em.
their own. You know. Yeah,
That's what you call them. That's a special bond with family members. Like someone's, and you know, I'm really, man, I'm firing all cylinders today. I'm done.
Nah, keep going.
Go,
Keep going. Let
go,
him
go.
cook.
When you address folks by their name, that's a special relationship, especially on how you address them.
Mm-hmm.
I call my dad Pop.
Yeah.
Hey Pop, how you doing?
Yeah.
I in high school I was dating this white girl and she like called me Poppy and I was like, stop. My grandma calls me Poppy. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't call me that.
Yeah,
it's
I get it.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It's also kind of funny when the generation, the oldest generation, calls you daddy or papa. They call you papa. Is that a Hispanic thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's where it
my
comes
Dominican uncle says that.
Ah,
You know, I mean,
gotcha.
just it is what it is. It is what it is. Speaking of daddies,
Uh-oh.
you guys remember Megan Hall? Y'all remember her?
Who's she?
Megan Hall was
Oh,
the
yeah.
Megan Hall was the police officer that was sucking off the entire force.
Yeah.
She got caught with by her husband and and her, I think the police commissioner, whoever. Yeah, she was fucking all those dudes. Why is it 3 brothers? They were passing her ass around. Jesus Christ. Anyways. She was caught, so they settled with the state, and she was awarded $500,000.
For what?
That's
For fucking what?
getting trains ran on her, I guess. I really don't know. If this was a woman of color, do you think she wins the same amount of money?
No.
I don't think so either. Somebody told me, they were like, "Oh, with the Me Too movement, you know, any woman probably would have won it." I'm like, but I don't understand how. Was she? I don't remember seeing anything about her being forced to do this shit. It was just something
she's just a whore.
She was just getting off, bro, sucking niggas off, and you get awarded $500,000.
I don't use that word often, but that woman is a whore.
I mean, listen, man. I just wonder what, like, I just picture her, like, you know, she's caught and then she just starts making up shit. Like, oh, well, they made me. Let me stop, because it's just going to sound fucking bad. I don't know. I just think it's like, it just seems kind of like bullshit. I don't know. Like, you award her $500,000 for what, bro?
I think the issue would be this. She was doing stuff that was on the clock.
Yeah.
And that's the fucked up part.
Yes.
If she was doing this off the clock and then this became this big scandal publicly and she had to quit because of her embarrassment of what she did off the clock, then I think she could be awarded that.
But I can see that.
You know what I mean?
The only, maybe we don't know more of the story. Maybe, like, she was fucking around with, like, a couple, and then maybe they were blackmailing her, and, like, well, if I had to fuck these 2 dudes, I had to fuck the rest so they don't tell the commissioner or something. I don't know. What was she awarded $500,000 for? I just don't understand.
So what I'm reading here is
That was for damages.
What damage?
She can't get a job.
Whose fault is that? How is that the state's fault? How is that the state's fault?
I think I read somewhere that at least it's not coming out of taxpayers' money. That's good.
Well, did the rest of the men lose their jobs as well, or just her?
I don't think so. First, I think I do want to bring this up. She's 24. So, like, you'd be doing some dumb shit at 24.
They were running through her.
But her suit went on, and she alleged that they colluded in using their authority to systematically disarm her resistance and entrap her in degrading and abusive sexual relationships, even sharing tips on the best ways to manipulate and exploit her. Over the year from her firing, Hall has reached settlement. The 28-year-old will be paid a whopping $500,000, which includes court costs, attorney fees, and expenses paid out of the city's insurance.
Yeah, I'm sure she's not getting a lot of money with all those fees.
That's not that much money.
You know,
it's too much money. Listen, maybe they were colluding. Maybe, because I can easily see that. Like,
sure.
hey, man, I was, Megan, shit.
Yeah. Say you're stressed. Say you're hella stressed.
Hey, that's no joke.
I just want to know,
that's no
like,
joke. It's stressful being a police officer.
Yeah,
it's like, what did the men lose their jobs? Did they have to deal with their wives or whatever? Like, do they get a settlement, or is it just?
I don't know if they got fired or not.
That's what I just want to know if they were fired or not.
So she claimed that they had conspired to groom her and exploit her when she arrived in the department. Oh. And then using her as a scapegoat when the misconduct scandal came to light. I don't know. She's still an adult. And I think that is the thing you were saying, like if she was if she wasn't white, like she would be considered a full-on adult.
Or like I just don't understand. Like, how did it? There was like 9 of them up there. You could, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's hard to, and it goes for both sides, the men and her.
Okay, I think I have it now.
Okay.
2 of the guys up there
Okay.
were her supervisors.
That's nasty word.
So they were using the construct of like she had nowhere to fucking go. If your boss is doing that, who are you gonna fucking complain to?
Internal affairs.
HR.
Internal affairs.
Yeah.
Well, HR, I've been told they're not really your friend.
Don't ever tell your secrets. Dave.
Yeah, HR is not there to help you. They're there to help the company and keep an upstanding with the company. They're not there to help you.
When I was young, I've made that mistake at 2 different companies. Each time blew up in my face.
Yeah, they're not there to help you. Because whatever you just told them, they're going to go tell your boss, like, oh, this person's saying this about you. You better get their ass. Get them. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Hey, listen, shout out to Megan, man. You spend that $500K wisely, I guess. I don't know.
Buy a new truck.
So who do you talk to if you have issues? A lawyer?
My boss now.
No. I'm saying
I have so I've learned better tactics of how you address issues with work.
So in other words, what I wanted to ask you was, if you have if you had to do what you did back then, how would you approach it differently?
I would send an email to my boss with exact wording of what my issue is and what my grievances are, and put it in writing first. And send it to them and make sure everything that I have an issue with has a paper trail back to me. Be like, hey, I can't do this because I am training all of these people.
Yeah.
I can't train all these people because we're having a meeting every 2 days that we're wasting time.
That's how I handle my when they unload stuff on me. I go straight to the source. I'm not going to HR because what's going to happen is, you go to HR and said, hey, my manager is making me do this. I can't do all that. So they're going to go, okay, I'm going to talk to the manager and say, hey, they're saying you're making them do this. And now the manager's like, fuck this guy. Now I'm really going to make your life hell. You snitching? They're not supposed to do that. But, I mean, they're hearing it from HR. It's like, oh, you going to HR, nigga? Like, all right. Like, bet. Now I'm really gonna make your life hell because HR's not they're not gonna fire your manager. They're not gonna make them stop doing the tasks. They're gonna ask the manager, why are you making them do this and this? Oh, because they have to do this and other. Oh, okay, well, case solved. But now the manager's like, oh, this thing's you're a little snitch. Like, I got it, got you, I got it.
Because
here's the funny thing about it is that it's against company policy to retaliate.
It is,
but
it is.
But how do you prove that it's retaliation?
Exactly.
That's the funny thing about it.
Exactly.
Isn't that hilarious?
Exactly.
I actually had that happen at an old company where I complained about my boss to HR. I said my boss doesn't know what they're doing, and I think that they're running this department to the ground.
Yeah.
And basically, the way it happened, the way I learned it now is that I complain to HR. It goes to my boss's boss that she's fucking up.
Yeah.
And then her bonus and her rating for her, like, their end of year, whatever, gets lower. So then they get less money because I got a big mouth.
Sure.
And where do you think that's gonna go?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why I always go straight to the source. If I have an issue, I go straight to the source. Because why can't we just talk about it like adults? Hey, you're giving me way too much to do, man. I can't do all this stuff. So what do we do about it?
And you've had a good success rate with that.
Yeah, I would say like 90% of the time it works. They'll like lessen it. Like recently at my job. Shout out to anybody that's listening. There was too much. I was supposed to be having people helping me. They clearly weren't helping me. I was doing everything by myself. I started complaining. I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to get people fired, but I am doing all the work. I'm doing the work of 3 people, and it's not fair. So either you like switch people out and give me some help, or hire new people. I can't keep doing this, and they fixed it. So like, just go straight to the source. Like you guys keep adding more stuff for me to do it. I can't do all these tasks, and I just can't do it. Anyways, we're getting off topic.
I have a funny story. When I was a cook, I was the afternoon.
What?
A cook?
I was a cook. Yes. No, I was.
I didn't know you cooked.
Dude, so that's how I got through college. I cooked for 7 years.
Where did you cook?
I cooked at University of San Diego for like 3 or 4 years. I cooked at a very fine dining restaurant in Del Mar called Iris that's no longer there anymore. And I cooked at Islands. And I cooked at an Italian restaurant called Frugatti's in Bakersfield. Shout out Frugatti's. That's my first job ever. So
you
what would you make?
Hold on. How many of the what are the chicks that
Hostess?
Yeah, how many of the hostesses were you?
Did you frequent?
There was a time in my life when I used to party and I used to date like coworkers and stuff. But I actually had.
I heard the restaurant business is nasty work.
So there was when I was a cook at that Italian restaurant, there was a girl that I was hooking up with, but I thought that it was monogamous. And I found out she was cheating on me.
Yeah, come on.
That was the last time I dated a coworker in the restaurant space.
Yeah,
because that left a fucking bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
She came in. It's like the way she did it. She came in the restaurant. She's like, "This is my boyfriend." And I was like.
She probably thought you knew, though. She probably thought you knew what it was.
Now I'm older, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I fucking know what it is, you know? But like, we're just...
Yeah.
I was also younger. I didn't know how to
I know
navigate.
we're getting a little off topic, but I was blessed enough to start realizing that really early on. I'd say like 19, 20 years old, I started realizing like, oh, most of these girls are for the streets, bro. Like they're not just you are not special. You are not the only one she just fucked or blew or whatever. She's about to go meet Timmy behind whatever and fuck him too. Like you are not.
That's your superpower.
I mean,
That is your straight up superpower.
Yeah. Like, once you have knowledge of that stuff, you're good to go. You won't get hurt by that shit.
But back to that story.
Yes.
I was a morning cook. Or I was an afternoon cook, and the morning cook is supposed to clean the kitchen up so that you walk into a perfectly clean kitchen.
Right. Yep. Okay.
And it was this older guy whose daughter worked in HR. So he fucking used to just leave he worked there for like 20 years, and the dude just would leave a fucking mess. Mm-hmm. And this is in my younger days, back when I'd get in a motherfucker's face, right? I was hella stupid. And, he'd do it. I complained to my boss and like, we'll talk to him. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Of course, nothing happens. So I leave this note, bro. It says, "Hey, motherfucker." Like literally, dear motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
I have to walk in here and clean up your fucking mess every time you come in. And it fucking pisses me off. And you know as well as I know, this needs to be clean when I get in here. So if you could please clean this shit off the iron and clean all of my utensils, I'd really fucking appreciate it.
He left it that bad?
He left it that bad. So what it did was he complained, took it to HR, made a fucking thing.
Oh, pussy.
But since I knew the mechanics of what would happen, since he bitched, they're like, well, how are you leaving it?
Yeah.
And then they're like, Joaquin, well, what's the truth of it? And me just flip.
Showing him pictures?
Showing him pictures like, this is what I walk into every day.
Yeah.
He got in fucking trouble for it. And then
Good.
I said something to the chagrin of, if you got a problem with it, talk to me like a fucking man. Like, you know what I mean, to my face.
Yeah.
But like, I knew like you can make that shit work for you if you get the mechanics of how it works. And if you have proof and if you know what the person you are having an issue with at work, if you have proof of what they're doing, if you know that that's against policy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got. I got Connor's drug use. I mean, it's weird. I send those videos to some people and they go, I don't see what you're talking about. But, if you send it to people who's been to enough parties, been around enough drugs, dude, it's like, man,
Me and Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's like
filming a scene.
He's blinking uncontrollably, spazzing. I'm like, dude, that's
St. Patty's Day. Treated him well.
Oh man, listen, he's rich. It's just like I wish he was able to.
It's no wonder he's not in the fight game anymore, man.
He claims he's coming back, but even that interview with Ariel Helwani, I'm like, his jaw is clenching. He's like, he's talking a million miles a minute. I'm just like, man, I'm not seeing it, brother. I'm not. Why fight?
You're not hungry anymore, man.
Yeah.
You got folks like Dustin Poirier out there just getting it, man. Out there just.
I just hope he gets it out of his system before it's too late. Get the partying, get that stuff out of your system, and
that's not
get
even a thing to worry about, man. It's all up here. He's not dedicated anymore.
Well, you're talking about fighting. I'm talking about getting off drugs.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah. I hope he gets it out of his system and gets sober.
In my sobriety group, they have a saying that says drugs will only get you 3 places: jail, institution, or death, and it's fucking true.
Yeah.
Hella true.
Yeah.
Like it's 100% inevitable that you'll end up there.
Do you think recreational drug use is? Do you see no positive in it?
I don't think that it's for everybody.
Well,
I guess that's what I was asking.
Some people you go do like let's say like ecstasy or coke, and they can wake up the next day and be like, I had a great time yesterday. Then there's some people they get just a little taste of that, and that's their whole life. Right. It's their whole life. It's their whole personality. And for people like that, they need to stay away from it. They need to stay away from it.
They say it comes from a part of your brain that is similar to like hunting and gathering. Like it's a survival thing. So you get rewarded in your brain. You want more of that reward. Yeah. And you're just addicted to the reward. And it's a way that we used to survive. Be like, you get adrenaline from fucking killing a turkey and then cooking it and eating it. You get all this like natural high. So like for thousands of years, we fucking are raised off this reward system in our brain.
Yeah.
And now we still chase it. But now you can synthetically do it with drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think some people can do it recreationally, but a lot of people can't. A lot of people, they just can't do it.
I'm against cocaine being legalized. I don't think there's any fucking use for it.
Yeah. I think all of it should be legalized, and they should be able to get it in a safe place. Because if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But I don't think people should. I don't know. That's a weird one because I'm just in the belief of like I don't like telling people what to do. If you're gonna do it, I'd like you to be able to go to somewhere that's like government issued and it's it's clean and safe and they could do it. But it's so addictive for a lot of people that I get where you're coming
like
from.
how Portland has safe injection zones.
Yeah, but I heard Portland's a shit show right now. Yeah. So
they say that's a big reason why California has a homeless problem is because you can smoke weed here.
You think? Really?
They think that's a big reason for it because, like, I believe that the biggest reason that people live in California is because you'll die in the winter in other states.
That's what I think too.
Yeah,
and mix that in with nobody can afford a fucking apartment here.
Oh, dude, the last couple of years have been rough on people here in San Diego, man.
Dude. I've been saying it for a long time. If I didn't live where I live, I'd be living at my mother's house. Fuck that. I'm not paying all that rent. I'll go help my mom pay her mortgage. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. Fuck that.
Your mom's gonna listen to that and be like, "The hell you would?
Nah, my mom's been begging me to come home. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Awesome.
Yeah, nope, fuck that.
Yep. All right, Marquise, I need you to clean this. I need you to help me with this. On Saturday, I'm doing this.
I mean, the way you look at it, it's going to be his house anyway.
Yeah,
you know
True.
what I mean.
True.
So,
yeah, go ahead and fix that bottom floor.
So I got 2 more topics. One is you saw X-Men 97 this week, right?
I did.
A lot of people on the internet are saying that it's too woke. So I brought a clip, and it's basically.
Oh my! Have you guys not watched X-Men? Do you guys not know what X-Men is about?
So they're saying that
okay.
They're saying basically every marginalized person has heard this at least once.
Okay.
Hurt my friends? Well, now you answer to me.
Humanity answers to no one.
Right here.
Know what I hate about your kind? You act like you got it so bad. Normal people have it hard too. Harder. We just have the dignity not to whine about it. You see? It's the whining. I hate your whining just as much as I hate you.
That is X-Men. What are you guys talking about?
X-Men.
Have you not seen X-Men?
what's the problem?
The mutants are the minorities. Regular people hate them because they're different. That has been X-Men from the very beginning. If you're saying that's woke, you don't know shit about X-Men. I don't know what to tell you. That's literally X-Men.
It's an allegory for the civil rights movement.
Literally, they were saying that Professor X is Martin Luther King and Magneto is fucking Malcolm X. Are you guys not like? What are you talking about?
You don't know X-Men if you got an issue.
What
with
are
it.
we talking about? That's X-Men. Listen, I get it. I hate the woke shit too. That's what X-Men is, man. If you don't like that, don't watch it. It's always been that way. It's always been weird and preachy like that. It's always been like that. Always.
I thought they did a really good job of making it.
There's 2 episodes? I only saw 1.
Oh, bro, there's 2.
Fuck.
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
that was my first time seeing it.
It's a fucking Magneto episode.
Oh man.
Oh, bro, it's hard.
Right when I get home.
It's a Magneto.
Sorry you had to see that.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it doesn't give anything away, but
Cyclops looks cool, man.
Cyclops, dude,
Man.
the OG designs
Yeah,
are
I
just
the blue and yellow are badass, dude.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't like him to do it in the movie, in the live action. I wouldn't like the blue and yellow.
Come on, I want to see it.
I think that's what they're going to do in Deadpool.
Oh yeah, that's
And
fine.
Deadpool 3, I think that's
I think
what
if
they're
you
gonna
do like a version of it,
I'm just glad he's coming back.
Me
you
too.
know that whatever. I still play Cap because when they ask Hugh Jackman, hey, you do anything? You do anything? That he's like, no, no,
yoked out of his mind.
no. I just kill a lot of birds. I'm like, all right, if you say so. If you say so.
I like Cyclops. Cyclops is one of my favorite designs, and Gambit's in there too. He looks sick. The OG X-Men designs are just top notch. And I don't know if it's from the TV show that makes me like it a lot, or the Marvel vs. Capcom and X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I don't know like what made me love the design this much.
The TV show pulls a lot from the comics, the old comics, and I think that's probably where it's from. Is it sticks to the fucking source material?
Yeah.
There's a video going around of Gambit in a crop top.
I saw that.
And they're like, what the hell is this? Is Gambit gay? And it's like, bro, it's not. It's 97.
It's in the 90s.
Yeah.
Bro. Men are wearing crop tops now. What are we?
When I played football, I used to have my gut out under the jersey. I got one more before the song. And this just to piss Marquise off.
Great. Can't wait.
Can a dog's death affect you as much as a human's death?
1000%. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yes.
I disagree.
You don't fucking like dogs, but go ahead. Go ahead. You don't like dogs.
I just think it's. I think that there's levels of losing somebody. I think losing like your best friend or like someone who's really close to you doesn't equate the same as losing a dog.
I have 2 dogs that I lost, Rusty and Saki. I think about them almost every day. It hurts.
No shit.
It hurts almost every day thinking about that they're not here anymore.
Midnight
Damn.
too.
Midnight was a little shit. So I
He load you up.
Why you do that to Midnight, bro? Midnight was a little shit, but I do think about him sometimes.
Yeah.
But like my dog Bella's, but she's like on her way out.
Yeah.
And I look at Honey sometimes. I'm like, dude, one day you're just not gonna be here. And that fucking dude, it kills me. I think it's just that you haven't had a companion, and when you have one for 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden they're dying and they're not here anymore. You would think differently. I really think so.
I had a childhood dog that we had forever, and when it died, I was like, "Oh, that sucks," but it's a dog. You know what I mean? Like, I miss Haley. She was a golden lab.
You don't think that she's like part of your life, part of your family?
Of course, but I think she's a dog.
Well,
And my family, dogs sleep outside, and I think that's
Don't get another dog. You.
Wow.
they're to protect the house.
You make your dog sleep outside, bro.
We're growing up, yes.
Don't get another dog, bro. That's crazy, bro. I got into a full blown argument with this guy I'm not friends with anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Their dog was always outside. I'm like,
Was he Mexican?
no, they're black.
Oh, okay.
They're black.
Okay.
And I was like, do you guys ever bring the dog inside? Like, no, because he jumps on the couch and stuff. And I was like, well, he's a dog. I don't understand. Like, yeah, we just keep him outside. get rid of. I was like, well, just get rid of the dog then. Like, give it to somebody who like likes the dog.
Right.
You clearly don't like the dog. Get rid of him. They're like, no, and it turned into it was him and his parents. Me against him and his parents.
Wow.
We're going. I was like, just get rid of the fucking dog. You guys just have the dog. The dog's sitting by the door, wanting to come in and be with the family, and you guys just leave him out there by himself. What the fuck? Get rid of it. Just get rid of him. Give him to a family that actually likes the dog. You clearly don't like the little fucker, man. I get really fired up about dogs because, like, bro, those dogs, like, they're just there to love you. They just fuck with you, and I don't.
You don't eat dog?
This is it.
All right.
No, I don't eat dog. No. But no. That, I mean, listen. You just don't fuck with. I don't fuck with cats. So like, I love cats. If a cat died, I'd be like, that sucks, man. It's not my cat. You know, this sucks. I'd feel more sorry for the person.
Sure.
Than that the cat died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's the same thing. Same shit. Or somebody lost their family hamster. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking hamster, dude. Who cares?
Flush it.
Flush it.
Just flush it.
Well, we got through this episode,
Yeah.
Yeah. See, told you. Coming in with toppies.
Yeah, you got it.
Always.
You're right.
Yep. Well, that sounds like a show, folks. We'll catch you guys again next week.
It's over.